Good morning. Can't tell if my music's on or not. I think it's on. Yeah, it's kind of hard because I have. It's a very soft song. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what we can do. I don't like that one. Let's just leave it here. Well, good morning. Let's go for it. Let's grab some paint. Get 2 water bowls. 2 pretty much the same. As you can see, this one's kind of has some drawing on it. That's not what it's going to be. That's just because I didn't want to waste the paper. Let's start out with white. And I have a. You know what? I think I'm going to go dark with this one. Get a little bit more white. This is a very soft bristle brush. Let's get that over there. Sometimes I paint in the same direction just because my hands, it's like everybody, the hands will do what they want. As long as you're paying attention. Let's grab a tiny touch of white. Let's put that right in here. A little bit more white right here. Let's go with the blue down there. Or black. Let's see if we can get this to work right there and there. Yeah, tiny touch of white on both of them. Get that right in here. And we're just gonna blend that out. A little bit of water. Gotta stop for 1 second. This little brush is way lighter than the other one, so it takes me quite a bit more paint to get the same result. And I have to press a little harder. And I think I put this on the back side of the paper. I did. This paper is backwards. Oh well, it's all right. Have to stop for 1 second with the other hand just to. Okay, there we go. Let's go back to the painting. And let's grab a little purple. Put this white up in here. I'm gonna have to get a different brush. That brush is not strong enough to cover this. And I'm gonna go darker right down there. Tiny touch of white. Put that black right in there. Kind of blend these out. And let's get that like that right in there. Let's go with a tiny bit of white up here. Let's go with a little bit of blue. Yeah, something like right up in here. Let's get that right over there. Nice dark edge right in here. Maybe right in here too. And something like that. This is a house painting brush, so it's got a lot more bristle to it. And I'll bring that right over here like that. Hey, Sonia, how are you? Good morning. And let's take this. Just because I didn't want to waste that paint. Let's go a little bit of white. Bring that right in there. Get a tint color to it. Rinse my brushes. The funny thing is I have to rinse my brushes right-handed. Go figure, right? Let's take a peek what we have. Oh yeah, there's something right there. Yeah, there's something right over there too. Just rinse that off. I might switch brushes we're gonna switch the soft bristle brush to left hand, a little more coarse one. Actually, let's switch it up altogether. Put the big boy back. You know, he's even bigger than this one. Let's see what we got. Let's grab a little bit of this. Let's do the same with the other one. Sure, because we can. What do you think? Submerge right in here. Oh, may not be able to do that left-handed at the same time. There's a direction at the brain. Something like that. Well, they have much more personality, so yeah, it's hard to put a face to them. And let's bring that right up in there like that. A touch of black. Now the whole painting isn't going to be at the same time because I have a few things on this one that's kind of screaming to me, so we'll do as much as we can. And when I do clouds, I kind of have to pay attention to them a little bit, so let's bring it right in here. For some reason, circles, my brain has to slow down and actually think about them. It's weird. I guess I don't really think about it too much. Let's I got that in there. Let's get a nice spot. Let's think right in here. Think about that one over there. Let's grab some yellow. Put it up there. Should be turning a little green on me. Yeah, that's okay. And I'll bring that down there. Let's grab a little white. And I'll bring that right up there. Something like that. Now I'm going to dunk that in the water just a little bit. And I'm just going to mess that up in here. Something like that. Just bring that right down in there. Why did that? But hey, why not? Maybe it's something I don't know. There's a bit of more white. Go around the outside edge. Switch because it's pretty wet. So I'm going to grab this yellow. Yeah, we'll just, I don't know. Kind of throw it in between somewhere. Touch of orange. Somewhere's it right in here. Something like that. Maybe a little bit up here. Yeah, that'll work. Can't leave these in here very long. Let's get the water rinsed out of the soap. Yeah, let's get the soap rinsed out of them. There's no soap in them, but hey. You never know with me. It's hard to tell. And we'll just get the paint out of there. Yep, let's get all the paint out. These big makeup brushes, they don't like to stay wet very long, so Now you notice I'm using two different waters. Well, you probably can't tell, but there's a second bowl over there. Just because I'm using really two very different palettes, really. Now, let's see. Go into the white. It's a big brush. Probably got to put more white on, but something like that. Well, maybe they do. I don't know. I'm not going to ask them. They're being rude to me today. Let's go a tiny touch of blue. Let's put a little bit of blue and black right in here. Let that one dry for a second because I got a little bit of heavy paint on it. Something like that. Go into my white. Yep, definitely more white. Put a lot of white in the beginning, I guess. That's almost dry enough over there. I don't want it too dry, but I want it dry enough. Ooh, yeah, let's see, I don't have to dry too much because I won't be able to do this. We got a little bit of a wet brush. Something like that. You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. One second. Oh, looks like I go in at 12 o'clock. My butt to work at 12. All right, let's switch hands here because I got a different angle. I'm not used to this being this direction, so bring that up there. I usually do this definitely left-handed, but I also have my easel usually turned quite a bit. Bring that right up in there. Yeah, I'm not all surprised. Put a little bit of brown in it, just a touch. I guess I don't really ever have to worry about not having a job. That's for sure. There's always people that don't want to work. Try this angle. Well, I mean, we did have quite a bit of snow last night, but sometimes it's whatever they can use for an excuse. Probably 2 o'clock. Just a couple hours. I'll bring a little bit of that right in here. A little bit of the brown, a little black. Hey, Char, how are you? I'll bring that right out of there like that. Yeah, that works for me. I'll rinse off the big brush. Don't get too much black paint on it. Now let's think about this one. I think we've got it figured out. I'm gonna let that one sit for a minute. No, maybe not. We'll use a very thin brush on that one. Should get a nice edge. We're gonna add a bunch of little trees back here, I think. So let's go with mix us a little bit of gray. Something a little bit lighter than the white. I mean, darker than the white, lighter than the other one. Oh, let's see. Okay. Oh, a little bit more white. So this is what happens sometimes. My brain starts thinking about, let's go with these colors. And we'll go like right in here. When you're doing fine lines, it's a little bit harder. And we'll bring that right over there like that. Right in here. Go with a touch of a little bit of red, a little orange. I'm gonna bring that right in there. Think about over there. And we'll just a couple more up where we're at it. Just grab a little bit of white. Be a little bit harder. That's why I'm not painting over there right now, because this angle is just intense for my body. And the right hand doesn't paint that often, so we'll tap in a few over here. Grab some blue. So it's right in here. Grab some white. Right in here. Yep, completely weird. there like that. And go into the gray, maybe a touch of blue in it. Rinse that off. Go with the black, the brown. Let's go with light blue, blue purple. There's some purple up in here. Bring that purple right in here like this. Maybe a little bit more blue. Go with cerulean blue. Right up in there like that. There you go. Get that nice bright edge up there. So we'll grab yellow and white. Oh, I think I hit blue, so that'll be interesting. Bring that like that. Something like that. And we'll just kind of push that in over there. A little bit of light color. Right on that edge right here. It is so warm here today. It's like a heat wave. I think it's I think it might hit 7 now. It was -4 when I was plowing this morning, so and just kind of bring that down like that. And something right there. Maybe a touch of gray. A little contrast in there, maybe a little here there. The weather's being very particular today. Alright, let's grab some white. We'll go left hand over here. Let's let that dry because I can see how thick that paint is over there. And bring a little bit right in here. Oh, that's a bit. I'll drop that off like that. And I'll just maybe like that. Quite like it like that too far. So bring that way over here. So it's in here. Let's go with a blue. Tiny touch of red ochre kind of get. Oh, somewhere's like right in here. I'm just gonna. Maybe grab a little bit of green that's in there. Maybe like weird shapes in here. Picked up a bunch of white, so Accidental, that's okay. Fairly see-through, because that's going to be a bunch of trees right there. Maybe we have a little beach stuff going. We're going to go with brown, white, same time. Let's do it right here. Do it right-handed. Let's think about what to do with that one. That one's probably not too far off from being finished, but we'll add something else to it. I'm going to get a little red ochre, just get the color different. Bring that right in there like that. A lot more white. Tap that off. Oop, can't even paint right-handed, that's for sure. Right-handed is kind of painting stupid. Somewhere right there. I guess we want to use. Let's clean that brush. Let's grab this one. Oh, I must have booked a little paint yesterday. Painting that big picture. I have two paintbrushes that are maybe a little stuck together. Oh, nice glob. Get that off there. Let's throw those globbies in there. Garbage. All right. Little green, little white. Little brown. Much more green in that. A bit of yellow. Got a little bit brighter paint. Green, some yellow. I think with let's just put this in here. Ooh. I put a brown spot on there. We don't want that. Right in there. Like that. A little bit of yellow. It's alright to put a little yellow when you paint a birch tree because really that's what color they all turn when they get older. So it's alright. Throw some yellow in there. Bright greens. Don't be afraid. It's your painting. You can do what you want. That might have been a little bit heavy. But hey, whatever. Just bring that down like that. We can darken that up pretty easy. We'll just go back into some darker greens and let it chill out just a little bit. Yeah, a little bit right in here. Oh, yellow, and maybe a little bit right in there. Something like that. And right on top of these. So looks good. No thanks. No. It's funny. I watch a lot of older kung fu movies. You pick up words, you watch enough of them, and after a couple hundred or so, when this older Chinese family comes in, or woman and husband come in and they're speaking Mandarin, like you catch these words, it's like, hey, I know what you're saying. It's kind of cool. You do enough of those, Sonia, you. They're actually Chinese soap operas. Believe it or not, some of them are old, some of them are quite modern. I say old, but it's fun to do. These are actually all in Chinese, 100%. I watch them with closed captions on, subtitled. I enjoy them. Let's grab a little brush, go into the brown right here, and a tiny touch of black. Yeah, we'll just something like that. Just tap them. You can go in and spend all kinds of time making rocks, or you can just get the idea of them, and you just go in and put a little brighter spot on the top of them. Guess it depends how you feel like. Let's throw one right in here. Go into our white. I'll bring that white, gray right in there like that. And we'll just something like that. little bit more paint on that very end of that. Right in here. That was a weird sound coming out of my mouth, sorry. It was kind of alright. I was losing my mind over there. Alright, let's grab the big brush. Maybe not quite that one. Let's grab this one. Let's go into the brown. No, they're actually two completely separate canvases. Completely separate canvases. They're just both just watercolor paper taped. And we'll take this one right out here. Bring it out right down there. Put it right up. See something that's fixed real quick too. Put a tiny touch of that. A bit of white. Darken that edge just a little bit. A little bit of white. Now we'll take our brush out so we kind of. Oh, what do you got? I definitely don't want those nice hard edges. Go into the black. Some of that's probably not even remotely on the tree. Oh. Again, too thick. And back into the black. Nice touch of blue in it. Use my sniffle. Grab the fan brush. Get a little bit of this. That right in there. Excuse me for 1 second. A little bit crud in my throat. Oh, I gotta get hungry soon. Get to his appointment. Otherwise, I'd be at work already, probably. Bring that over like that. Don't think too hard on these. I just kind of let them do their own thing. Really about not as much getting the perfect leaf, perfect looking tree as it is making you feel good about what's up there. Kind of like, ooh, can't get into that one over there. That's got a lot of water that dripped down. Must have been when I did the brush. I'm gonna go into my bright yellow if I can get any. And you're probably sitting there going, why is he painting those yellow? They're not yellow, they're green. You know what? Maybe. If they're not green, and all this time they've been yellow, and you didn't know it. Go into my brown. Tiny touch of white. Wrong brush to do that with. Kind of concentrating for a minute. I know I should be talking, but because really that's how Sonia's watching me right now. She's listening to me. Being rude, said you're not chatting, so she didn't know anything's going on. Keep talking. 1 sec. There we go. All right, let's go into the green now. I'll put some very defined lines. See? Told you I was bugging her in her ear. I'm like that thing you can't get rid of. I'm going to switch up the green a little bit. Make it a tiny touch of black. I'll put in my green right here. And bring that one down like this. Yeah, why not? Because we can. Yeah, like that. Yeah, sure. We'll just go with that. And yeah, put some nice dark green in there. Don't know what you're talking about. Let's a little bit of white right here. Not great, because I didn't concentrate on one. It is a painting. Excuse me. Cough again. Not enough coffee this morning, I don't think. Only one cup. We're going to rinse this off. This big brush, get that out of the way. I'm going to grab a little tiny blender. Nope, no muffins. Been really, really good about that. It's been, I don't know, 2 months since I've even had a little Debbie cake or anything. Not fun, but it is what it is. All right, let's peel some paint. Tape. Let's peel some paint. Probably gonna do that too. Let's lose the music though. Click. All right. Let's pull the right one first, just because, well, it's here, and let's face it, technically I'm right-handed, even though people who watch me paint realize I paint left-handed 99.9% of the time. You were supposed to stick to that. Thanks for not sticking to that, jerk. All right, let's make sure we drop this on the floor. In case you were getting cold anywhere. Oop, did I just smash that? Of course I did. Of course I did. And RBDJ. The one above it is Madonna Freeman, friend of ours. You can just see the frame of that one. So yes, I keep Sonia's artwork in my room also. I also have some Enopolis in my room and some Anthony grayscale painting. Got a Chrissy canvas art in here. There. Left hand, right hand. I know I switched around a little bit, didn't paint them exactly duplicate on time, but you give it a try sometime. See how fun it is to get your left brain and your right brain working somewhat in unison. Have them actually pay attention to you. It's interesting on occasion. I like doing it just to keep my brain active and make sure I remember how. There we go. And yes, there are birds in them. Both of them. I got hiccups now. Hope you all enjoyed it. See, something completely different other than a giant snowy mountain, which I can do. I do remember how. I just enjoy painting them because that's where I live and that's what I'm used to seeing every day. So Thank you all, and we'll see you again soon. Much peace.